So it's about time to harvest my garlic. I've pulled a few here so far, and they're looking good. I think I've got a lot more outside still to dig up. So this is a contraption my husband and I rigged up to dry my garlic, cure my garlic and onions here in the garage where it's dry. It's not open to, bright sunlight or moisture. They'll be here for, I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks. And then I'll be able to come back, cut off the roots, get the dirty extra paper off, cut off the stems, possibly braid the garlic. I haven't decided if I'm going to try that or not. And then store it. This thing, I actually bought this on Amazon. It actually has 2 more levels that I can attach here with these little buckles if I needed even more space. For now, I'm leaving those off because, as I'll show you, I'm going to pull this up to the ceiling to get it out of the way. So we walk through here all the time to get to our garage freezers, our fridge where the drinks are. So we need it up out of the way. So let me just show you what we rigged up to make that happen. It's all the way up. And then I just wind this around a couple of times. And then hook it right here on this nail. And there it is. I have onions and garlic ready to come out of the ground, so this is the plan for now. Oh, and I also have a fan here, which blows every which way, just to keep the air circulating and to help the drying process even more. So I'm going to go out and harvest the rest of the garlic and bring it on in here and get it up on the drying rack. So just to give you a little closer up view of what we have going on here. I've got my garlics. I'm just spreading them out so that the bulbs will not be touching each other at all. And there'll be plenty of airflow all around. And I'm going to do this with all the layers of the onions and garlic. So I know this looks like nothing but weeds and grass, but I promise you there is some garlic and a few small onions in here. The garlic I planted last fall. I think it was towards the end of or middle of October. And I planted 2 varieties. I did 1 row of, I'm going to say this wrong, Inchelium red garlic. And I did another row of early Italian purple. And both of these are soft neck varieties because those store the longest, long term. All right. Not sure, should I do the onions first? Nah. I'm just going to dig around these a little bit, make sure I don't pull the bulbs straight out of the soil. Here's a little one. Nice. Knock some of the dirt off of it. And these, wow, nice. And these, although I planted them in October, they actually sprouted before the winter came. So I know, I guess in some places, you plant them in the fall and they don't necessarily come up until the spring. But that wasn't the case for me. That wasn't the case in California either. And they did just fine. Even though they sprouted before we had some cold, snowy, and even icy weather. Garlic can handle all of that just fine. I probably should be keeping track of what's what, but oh well. All right, so here's the harvest of mostly just the garlic and a couple of red onions. I pulled some really big ones and some little itty bitty ones. The ones that are smaller or they got, their stem broken off while I was digging them up, those I will probably peel and freeze dry for garlic powder right away. The more intact ones are the ones I'll put on the drying rack so that they can be cured and then stored long term. All right, there it is. I used all 4 levels with just the garlic. If I want to do the onions later, those should fit on the bottom 2 levels. But all right, that's it. Glad to have this checked off the list. Onions will come next. Thanks for watching. See you next time.